Welcome back to the Keystone Light 200. The green flag is out. DJ Kennington leads the field once again.
Kerry Micks has been given a stop-and-go penalty by NASCAR for his efforts with the Schick car, and look for him to get to pit road as soon as he can. Oh, there he is, right out in the lead. He's going to try and get to pit road this lap.
Look at him bunch up the field, though, as he tries to break and get to pit lane. He does. Nobody spins. Thankfully, DJ Kennington ducked to the outside. He'll take over the lead once again, but agonizingly slow for the 0-2.
He brings in for stop and go. The NASCAR official stop him and release him. Away he goes.
Very slippery pit road here in Delaware. You can see the car sliding into the pit box. That's going to be something we're going to watch a little bit later on when pit stops come into play.
Well, you gotta judge your speed coming to pit road for sure. It's a safety thing. Plus, you don't want to overshoot because then you got to back up and you lose valuable time on pit road.
Battle for fourth there between the 4 of Don Thompson Jr. and the 3 of Jason Hathaway. As we take a look at the back bumper of Stephen Matthews.
With Scott Steckley, you can hear him feather the throttle, and you actually hear the bumps in the racetrack, Dave. As the car went over the bumps, you can hear the RPMs change. Delaware is a little rough, but it's a great racetrack for these full-body stock cars.
Yeah, definitely. It's an interesting track, and it's definitely home track knowledge plays into your favor. You can see the 15 of Stephen Matthews. He's got a ton of laps there as he moves into 5th spot. Jason Hathaway also has a ton of laps here as well.
Well, a lot of laps in a sportsman car and a late model car. This should be a good night for Jason Hathaway.
Hathaway tucked back down on the inside. Brand new sponsor on his hood as well in the 3-car Rockstar Energy Drink coming on to help the EHR team this year.
Well, he's also got that's a brand new Mike McCall car, and look for good things out of that thing. Mike's really got his cars dialed in.
You can see the top 2 have stretched a little gap now over the 3rd place driver, the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr., and there is a battle for 12th spot between Joey McComb in the 50, Donald Chisholm in the 89, all the way from Nova Scotia.
Look at that 84 JR Fitzpatrick in that Chick Hydro car. He's coming from the back, and he's coming fast.
Is that something you really want to do, though, after being involved early in an altercation? Do you really want to sprint back to the front, try and get away from the riffraff in the back, or do you want to just pick your spots?
Well, you know, with the weather coming, Dave, he doesn't have a choice. They've only got 6 tires to use, so basically most guys will go with right sides. So he's got to use them right sides up right now to get to halfway. He's got to get as far forward in the field as he can, and then once the halfway's here, we've got a full race, and then it's a weather game. He's got to get that car to the front now.
Absolutely, and this logjam here from 3rd on back has got to be helping him as Scott Steckley gets tucked up under the back bumper of the Vortex brake pads. Number 3 snap-on Dodge of Jason Hathaway. Oh, we got trouble again, and it's the 0-2 of Kerry Micks. Caution flies along with the 55 of Dexter Stacy. Stacy fires it up and gets going once again. So does that Beyond Digital Imaging 0-2 of Kerry Micks, but again, caution slows the field for the 2nd time. Great crowd here at Delaware Speedway for tonight's race, and joining the crowd here, some great athletes in their own right as well. Don Thompson Jr. and Home Hardware invited the local area Special Olympic athletes to watch tonight's race. These Olympians were treated with the number 4 Home Hardware Racing hats, shirts, and hero cards. And the Special Olympics provide sport training and competition opportunities for 31,000 athletes of all ages and abilities. Home Hardware and the Fitzpatrick Motorsport team would like everyone to cheer on all the athletes of the Special Olympic Games in London, Ontario, coming up in July. And it's just a fantastic event.
Well, I've seen the national games on TSN, and those athletes are tough competitors, I'll tell you what.
Absolutely. To see the determination on their face is really something else. Back to green, and DJ Kennington goes back to the point, trying to drag along the 7 of Pete Shepard, but Shepard up in that 2nd groove, and it looks like Beauchamp's going to come through.
Ron Beauchamp Jr. up off the corner. He's going to keep that 7 out in the high lane, and he's going to take the spot away. The 7 slams the door on the 4 of Don Thompson Jr.
172 laps left to be completed here at Delaware, just outside of London, Ontario. Good look at Don Thompson Jr. and the 4. Brand new paint scheme for him this year, hoping to change his luck from the last couple of years.
Well, everybody's got real beautiful cars. First race of the year, a lot of nice pictures, a lot of nice graphics. We'll let you know at the end of 200 what they look like.
Absolutely, and there's a new ride for the 11 Triad Racing Technologies. John Gunn, a battle for 12th as JR Fitzpatrick using the high line, and he'll go around the Dodge Avenger of John Gunn.
Oh, the 84 slides up on the entrance of the corner and opens the door back up the bottom for Johnny Gunn.
Well, a brand new look, brand new number for John Gunn out of Barrie, Ontario, 11, and then new color scheme as well for him. Let's throw it down to Todd.
An update for you, fellas, on the number 11 car of John Gaunt, who has teamed up with his brother Marty Gaunt, who have become quite a fixture in North Carolina in the NASCAR circuit, running different organizations and teams. John and Marty Gaunt are back together again, and John is in the car tonight here at Delaware Speedway, having a little trouble getting the traction that he's looking for right now. Next week at the Mosport Road Course, Jason Bowles, the K&S West Series champion, will be in that car. John, of course, is more of an oval track specialist, but look for this team to do big things as the year goes on.
Wow, Pete Shepard big loose off the corner. He put the iron to the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. to get the spot, and then he was big loose after that, but loose is fast here at Delaware Speedway.
Beauchamp did a wonderful job trying to hang on to that 60 Mopar Dodge. He ducked back in behind the 7. Now here comes the young lion, Stephen Matthew, in the Bill Matthews Motorsports, number 15. That's a battle for 5th spot as he gets by the 3.
Oh, Hathaway slams the door shut. You can really see him cutting the angle off, heading for turn 1 off that camera angle. That was a great shot.
You really want to try to avoid getting stuck up in that high groove at all costs, don't you?
Absolutely. Oh, here we go. The Home Hardware Chevrolet. He's down in the bottom of the 60 Mopar.
Don Thompson Jr. looking very, very strong here in the early going, making a move for 3rd spot underneath the 60 of Beauchamp Jr. Still the whole field, though, chasing the 17 of DJ Kennington. Pete Shepard in the 7 runs 2nd.
Wow, Ronnie's sliding backwards. He's hung out to dry on the outside. The car's just, there he slams it down the bottom to get back down the fast groove.
So the 15 Ford Fusion of young Stephen Matthews out of New Liskeard, Ontario is on the move inside the top 5 as we ride along with Jason Hathaway.
You can see those cars as they get in the corner. They turn it with the motor, Dave. You see when he gets on the gas, the car jerks to the left. That's the way to get around this place.
Very different conditions from practice, and you saw the 4 car check up a little bit. The 15 of Stephen Matthews may have gotten into him in 1 and 2, and Matthews gets the inside lane.
You're clear. Clear all around.
Now Thompson's going to try and tuck it back down to the inside, and he will get there. Big hole back behind the 15, so Thompson moves to 4th as the 15 continues his march forward.
Well, the telltale signs on the right front corner, that 15 car, that big black mark is where he got into the left rear of Thompson, moved him up out of the way. Let's see what he can do with it once he got the spot.
And 1 car heading down pit lane. Oh, Thompson, all kinds of loose off of corner 4. That's going to bottle up the field.
Well, you got to wonder if the left rear is a little soft. Maybe when the 15 got into him, but wow, it's oh, the caution out. The 21 is around all by himself.
The A&W root beer, number 21 Chevy of Jason White goes around. You see the caution lights on around Delaware Speedway as we'll slow this field for the 3rd time.
Down into turn 1, we'll have a look. Oh, he's way too high on corner entrance. Locked up the rear wheels, and around he went all by himself.
Don Thompson Jr. bobbled a little bit, and he pulled up. More on the Home Hardware Chevy. Here's Tom.
Guys, just before we had that caution flag come out, there was a little hiccup by the 4 Home Hardware car of Don Thompson Jr. on the front straightaway, almost colliding with the 60 of Ron Beauchamp Jr. They believe it's a battery problem. Crew Chief Sandy Hamilton and the guys have been discussing it. They've got one on the wall ready, just in case, but he's staying out right now.
A couple of drivers taking this opportunity to make quick pit stops. The 50 of Joey McComb, the 81 of Sean McGlynn. DJ Kennington leads. DJ Kennington's Castrol Edge Dodge leads the first race of the 2010 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series. Here in Delaware, Sean Gibbs with the green flag in hand and waves, and we're back underway here on lap 43 of the Keystone Light 200.
Side by each one more time down into turn 1, up the Delaware Hill, turn 2. Look at him go, all that Dodge power. Listen to that.
And the 15 of Stephen Matthews making the move on the inside underneath the 7 of Pete Shepard, 2 young Lions. Both those cars built in the Mike McCall shop in the offseason. Brand new pieces for the 2010 NASCAR Canadian Tire Series, and pretty close to identical, I'm led to believe.
Actually, right now, Dave, the top 4 cars in the field all come out of Mike McCall's shop this season.
Of course, Levitt, the chassis of choice last year, and seasons gone by, seem to have the configuration figured out. Everybody was quick in 11 chassis, but now somebody's done their homework, and chassis are kind of going the other way. Now, it could be McCall who's going to be dominant this year.
Well, Dave, it's like this. You know, everybody jumped on the Southern Express there, and the real problem with that is if you got the same stuff everybody else got, you're only going to go as fast as them. Mike McCall does his homework every year.
Now it's a top 5 breakaway from the rest of the field as Don Johnson Jr. continues to trickle back. We heard from Todd